Uh, that was a minute too early. Oh my goodness. Yeah, hello. Hello. Uh no, stop. How was everybody tonight? See, I'm all screwed up. I did it actually too early. I went to just scroll down and I hit it too early. So, uh and my child is here. My little baby, my little lap dog. Yes, just a little petite flower. She is. Anyway, oh my goodness. For some I don't get updates anymore unless I refresh the entire page. It's annoying. That would be YouTube playing their games. That's what they like to do. That is what they like to do. So anyway, hi everybody. Here we are, the Friday before Christmas. Christmas is on Monday. Okay, you got to go down, baby. Enough, enough. Uh, Crazy, unbelievable. So before we get into anything else, I mean, I'm still going to live stream Sunday night, but I just want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. I know a lot of people are traveling. They're on the road, flying, whatever, to go see people. Pringles are gone, Larry, because I ate them. Well, Hella and I ate the Pringles, so that's where the Pringles went. So anyway, yeah, they went bye bye. So anyhow, but so I just want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, safe travels to your destinations of where you're going, and so. But anyhow, before we jump into anything else, I just want to remind everybody that this is a very family-friendly oriented channel. Uh, please be decent in the chat. No racism, no nastiness. If as long as let's have a good discussion and be kind to each other. And if you cannot do that, then those awesome people lit up in blue with the blue wrenches will boot you out of here. And always early says, I'm sick with CV. You mean the flu? Always early? You have the flu? Just saying. I'm sorry that you're sick. It's no fun. Being sick is not any fun at all, and I know that is true. Uh, but anyhow, so craziness going on. So obviously, the video we're going to talk a little bit, obviously, about oil prices, what's going on with oil, why it is doing what it's doing, um, and OPEC losing its bite on things, in all those different things. We're going to discuss all that in just a moment. So, but oh man, I'm just trying to collect myself. I was on the road and I like literally got home with about 12 minutes to spare. So it was like I had to go out, take care of the chickens, make sure the chickens were locked up, and you know, checking for those last minute eggs. Did we get eggs today? Did we not get eggs today? And all that good stuff. So it's always, and then taking care of the princess. She's a good dog, though, real good dog. Oh, I gotta tell you this. I ran into a guy today, and he had a staff. Okay, he had a staff, and I was like, "Oh, I really like your staff." He says, "You can buy it if you want to." And I says, "Well, I don't really need one." I said, "But that's very cool." He goes, "No," he goes, "I make them." He goes, "That's what I do." I go, "Really?" Older gentleman. So we were talking back and forth a little bit, and he had said that he goes, "Yeah, I can I can do anything." I said, "Well, do you make staffs with wolves?" And he goes, "Oh, I can show you one that I made." And he showed me they had like three wolves heads on the staff. And he says, "I have made staffs of like my dog and stuff." I said, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah." If he goes, you could. And I said, "Well, I have a dog, and she's a German Shepherd." And he goes, "Well, if you sent me a picture of her, I could make a staff with her head." I'm like, "Really?" And I said, "Oh, that would be very cool." So we talked for a moment, and I gave him my information, and I have to resubscribe every day, and I don't know why. That's crazy, Tony. Well, that's YouTube playing their games. So I'll tell you what happened recently. the channel started picking up a little momentum, right? Started doing a little bit better, started picking up subscribers once again. And I was like, oh, well, look, we've turned a corner. And then YouTube, they removed another one of my videos, an older video, an older live stream, and they said that I was spreading medical misinformation. And of course, it's a video, live stream that nobody watches anymore. But they didn't give me a strike for it. But what that does, that affects your algorithms. And then all of a sudden, after that, and they removed that video, and I didn't contest it because I don't care. They didn't give me a strike. I'm not going to worry about it. All of a sudden, I started losing subscribers. My views were down. It's part of the game that they play. So part of the game that they play. And now I will tell you this: that kid up in Canada that I was taught, or Alaska, and a bunch of you, told something living Alaska, I think is the name of his channel. Oh God, somebody could, if you could tell me what it was again, so I can. I don't want to misquote it and say it wrong. I got to resubscribe as well 3 or 4 times now. I've been watching since 2017. Love your work. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Yeah, it's Betting on Alaska. That's the name of the channel. Now, I did not realize, right? I give shout outs to, his mom and dad all the time. I did not know that that was his mom and dad. I had no idea that that was his mom and dad. And, Girl in the Woods and Bush Radical. No idea. But I like the kid. When I saw him originally, I said, takes a lot of guts to go strike out and do that. And God, with his parents' background, he should have. And he even admitted in the video, he goes, "Yeah, I should have been paying attention." I mean, because his dad is a great builder and his mom is as well. So, but nice young man, and a lot of insight, which I think is amazing. Oh God, my eyes, guys, hold on 1 second. I got hold on. Go on now, babe. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. All right, I had to wash my face. I having oily skin, uh, having oily skin is brutal. It's just there's the curses with that, you don't get the wrinkles as much, but I still get acne at almost 60 years of age, but it's just you got to wash, and it was just that's what it was. I could just tell that I needed to wash my face. So anyway, I saw the video on the bunker. Didn't know you guys make some kind of household that drill that's got to be hard on the shoulders. It is. It is definitely tough, Larry. Uh, Jimmy built a rack thing. We got to get one a little bit higher so that we can, you know, get higher in the bunker with that really good drill or tool that we got. That's a heavier tool, but it eats right through, not right through, but it's definitely better digging wise with that one. So we got a lot of work to do, but we were actually talking about different ways in getting a line where we're not doing it hand over hand. Getting like right now we're using a pulley system. We're talking about getting a lift where hoist it right up so that person on top can bring the bucket up and then just grab the bucket and dump it into a wheelbarrow. But yeah, we're gonna try to get it so that it's easier on everybody because right now it's brutal. It's brutal. So, but all right, let's do this. And that must be nice because my skin is as dry as the Sahara Desert. Like I said, every skin type has its pluses and its minuses. I had really bad acne as a kid, really bad acne as a kid, and I learned there's a soap that is absolutely awesome called Yes to Tomatoes. Any of you out there that have oily skin and are still dealing with acne and stuff like that, this soap is amazing. It is an absolutely amazing soap. So, but it's called Yes to Tomatoes, and man, I'll tell you what, it makes a big difference. So, but anyhow, Ed, will you celebrate Christmas like the Vikings did? I'm not. I'm really Sharon. I'm not really doing much of anything, to be honest with you, on Christmas, because I'm not going to be with my family, so I'm just going to have a low key kind of day. So that's pretty much my game plan for Christmas. Very low key, and I like it like that. It's going to be all right. So I mean, everything is going to be closed because it's Christmas Day, right? So there's really no reason to go do anything. So, and I wouldn't want to because I think that it would take away from people. I wouldn't like on Christmas. I won't go to any stores, anything that stayed open. I would not do that because it would support them keeping people away from their families, and I don't think that that's a good thing. So. Merry Christmas, everyone, and Happy New Year. If you can't stay sober, at least stay out of jail. That's good advice. Staying out of jail is a good thing. Guys, any statements or questions that you want to have all cap lock so they stand out for me as well, please. And I thank you ahead of time. So what do we got? 254 in the chat. We're at 88 thumbs up. Again, if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, which two-thirds of you have not, please do so to show support for the channel, and I thank you ahead of time. It really does make a big difference with the algorithms as well. So I thank you for that reason as well. All right, so let's talk about gas here for a second. So I've watched gas like down here peaked uh 3.29 a gallon was the peak, that recent peak. Let's rephrase. Let's make sure we're saying it right. Um so like 325 or 329 was the recent peak, and then it came down and it came down a little bit more. There's one gas station right now I can get gas at 294. There's another one I can get gas at 299, and then the other ones are at like 308. So like on the main area, if you're going into the main area, it's a little bit more at that 308 level. So, but why is that, right? What's going on? If you guys remember, OPEC wanted to cut production, or were planning on cutting production so that they could drive prices back up. Well, what ended up happening, one of the countries that's part of OPEC, and I read the article earlier today, and I can't tell you what country it is right now off the top of my head, but they produce about 1,100,000 barrels per day. They said they're leaving OPEC. They're leaving OPEC because that's not in their best interest to do that. And I can't remember the name of the country. I wish I could. So that absolutely affected the market with the gas prices. And on top of that, you have, so let me ask you this. I'm going to ask this question. I think it was Angola, Dale from Ohio. Yes, I believe it was Angola. Uh, OPEC itself puts out about 28 million barrels a day, 28.5 million barrels a day. OPEC does, and that's all the countries that are part of OPEC. That's what they're producing. And Angola was part of that, and they produce the smallest amount with 1.1 million per day. All right. I heard gas prices are going up in 2024 here in Canada. Oh, they'll manufacture some event to allegedly. Let me rephrase that. Allegedly, don't be surprised if some event is manufactured to cause gas prices to go up. Not saying that that's what they would do because they, of course, are looking out for our best interest, right? So, but anyhow, so of those oil producers that are in OPEC, Angola produces 1.1 million barrels per day, and so they are leaving OPEC because they're like it's not in their best interest to cut production. Okay, so which country produces the most oil per day? So that's my question to you guys, and I will tell you in a minute. So, so give you guys a moment to put your guesses up there. All right, the biggest producer of oil is the United States at 13.3 million barrels per day right now, which is the highest production output we have had. Um, so they're really doing well as far as that go. Obviously, we are not part of OPEC. We're not part of OPEC. So, that's another reason that the gas prices are coming down. And so, but yeah, it's, and we should be drilling, drilling, drilling. We have enough oil in the United States that we don't need to rely on any other country. We don't have to. We shouldn't have to. We could up our production, take care of our own country, and we wouldn't have to rely on these other countries and the manipulation that goes on. And don't get me wrong, we do the same thing here in the United States. Yes, it's us. The United States of America is the largest producer of oil in the world right now at 13.3 million barrels per day. So, and we use more than that, right? I think we use more than that per day. I don't know exactly what the number of what we use per day, but like I said, I do know that we're producing as much as we are. So, I have to figure. Could anybody look? Let me see. Actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do really quickly. I am going to look and see. Um, all right, let's see. Okay, we use 18.9 million barrels per day. Yep. So, yep. This means that the U.S. would use about 6.87 billion barrels of oil in 400 years. Okay. In 2022, the United States consumed an average of about 20.01 barrels per day. So we're actually down from where we were in 2022, but we're almost 19 million barrels per day. We're producing 13.3. So obviously, if we upped everything, we would be in better shape. So U.S. oil is heavy, no sweet crude. No, that's true. Full of hope. Yep, you're right. There's a difference, but oil is oil, and it can be refined and it can be used, in those type of things. So it's just all part of you know the stuff that goes on and that manipulation and stuff like that. But I honestly was shocked seeing the prices coming down for gas prices with Christmas here, and then obviously with it being the heaviest traveled time of the year, I was absolutely shocked to see that come down. So what? I'm doing a live stream. Yes, I will give you all the attention in the world after the live stream, I promise. So she's such a good dog. Yeah, oh, thank you. Thank you. Uh, but anyhow, like I said, I do believe you're gonna see 339 a gallon in upstate New York. Yeah, my daughter told me it had come down up there. When I was up there, uh, and it's weird because certain parts, if you go to one town over another, it can be a huge difference. So when I had gone in and I had met my brother, a town called Henrietta, New York, I we had met at a restaurant actually where I used to work when I was like 18. It's changed hands. It's a different establishment now, but I had worked at this place when I was 18 years old, and I was we had met there, but I had gotten gas then, and it was 309 in that town of in Henrietta. I got it for 309 while I was up there, but in the town where we have the homestead, it was like 368 a gallon. So how does that make any sense? So no, full of hope. We have refineries right here in the U.S. We have a lot of refineries right here. So we ship our oil to our refineries to refine them. So yeah, our production of oil has dropped 1.8 million barrels per day since Uncle Joe entered the White House. Well, there you go. And that's why our gas was as cheap as it was when Trump was in the White House. And this whole push to the whole green, green, green nonsense. It's see if there was. So let's talk about that for a second. If there was a legitimate chance that it could work, okay? Notice what I say here. If there was a legitimate chance that it could work, I would be behind it 100%. If we could do it realistically. But the reality is, it just won't work. The whole green movement is just not going to work. It's just not. I do believe we should slowly, over time, increase our solar, increase our wind turbines and all those type of things. Again, we have deserts, folks, out west, Arizona, Nevada, California, all those areas out there. There's a lot of desert out there that we could utilize solar power. Again, 10,000 acres of solar panels. And I want you to think about this. 10,000 acres of solar panels would be enough power to power the entire United States. So, I mean, and there's solar panels going up all the time, different places, right? So, but again, it's seasonal dependent, weather dependent, and all those type of stuff. And where are you storing all that power? You got to have the battery banks to be able to do that. And so, those are all part of the things. And those battery banks are only going to last a certain amount of time. So there's another aspect to it that has to be taken into consideration. So there's a lot of variables, if you will. I obviously, you guys know, I like. Hey, baby, it's okay. I love solar. Uh, I'm a big believer in solar. It makes you more independent. I think it's important to be as independent as you possibly can be. You know, again, my personal biggest concern is the power grid. And so, you know, to me, as long as I can have a power source that is not hooked up or part of the grid, and something goes down and the grid's attacked or the grid goes down, I'm still going to be able to be capable of making power, which is really, really important. So, you're going to need that power. So I just, just again, even if you have a small scale system, it can be enough to charge up batteries, charge up, your electronics, charge up your phone, whatever the case may be. That's going to make a big, big difference in your life. It's going to make things much more comfortable. See, to me, being able to have, those rechargeable batteries, I think is huge. As far as like flashlights and headlamps and all those type of things. Hello, can I be of some form of assistance to you, ma'am? Thank you. I appreciate that. Uh, so, uh, Survival Lily was just talking about the people doing what you're doing. I think it's important. I absolutely think it's important. We have to. So big. You're so big. You're not a lap dog. Hella. No. You're not a lap dog. Go on now. Okay, that's enough. So she thinks she's a lap dog. So anyway, what do we got? 280 in the chat. We're at 133 thumbs up. So again, I'm going to ask for a thumbs up if you have not shot one yet to show support for the channel. I do appreciate that. Also, yeah, she's a laugh. Oh, yeah, she sure is. Um, I'll tell you what she does too. It's so funny, but it's just she's very spoiled girl, very very spoiled girl. So, um, but anyway, again, it really makes a big difference with the algorithm. So I do appreciate the thumbs up for that reason as well. Again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. So Hella sleeps on the floor at the end of my bed. And what we've gotten into lately, and it's my fault because I've allowed it, in the morning when she hears me stir and she knows that I'm awake, what she'll do is she'll jump on the bed and she'll like flop down and lay on me and then just start like licking my face and wanting her attention. Yeah, she sounds like a Wookiee. Yes. She's a very vocal girl too. But yeah, she so that's what we do in the morning. And then it's like, so I'll pet her for a while and then I'm like, okay, get down. And she doesn't always want to get down right away. So we have to be really forceful sometimes, but she's a good dog. She's pretty good with that. She, especially if she wants to go outside. When I said that, she like looked. Well, what? Not right now. When I'm done with the stream, okay. When I'm done with the stream, we'll go. So, too funny, too funny. But anyway, you know what? I'll tell you what. Do you guys have any questions that you would like to ask? Uh, 40 inches of your hair. Well, yeah, you told me what happened. That's a lot of hair to cut off. I cut off 40 inches too. Actually, I need to shave my head tonight. This is too long. It's getting out of control. So, where's the snow at? It's gone. Thank goodness. I got like a little bit here and there, but for the most part, um, it is gone, which I am very happy to see. I don't, like I said, I care less if it's a white Christmas or not. Don't make no difference to me. As long as the snow is gone, I'm okay with it. So, all right. So all cap locks, guys. If you have any questions you want to ask, I'm more than happy to answer. Oh, I did want to talk about this, and I laughed. And some of the my members answered as well. But when I did my last video showing in the bunker, and some guy was on there. He goes, "Why do you have a gun on your hip when you're in the bunker?" So when most people get dressed every day, they put on their belt, they put their wallet in their pocket, they get their keys in their pocket. Uh, when I get up every single day, when I get dressed, I put my gun on my hip. I live in a free state now, so that I'm able to do so, without fear of lunatics calling the cops saying, "Oh my God, this guy's got a gun." They don't do that down here. I also live in the middle of the woods, and you never know what could happen. There are four-legged threats and there are two-legged threats. So if you walk around unarmed, you're setting yourself up to be a potential victim. I will not be a victim. That's not going to happen. So to me, I when I get dressed, that's part of my routine when I get dressed. So, yeah, if I'm in the bunker and I'm digging, yes, I have my gun on me because I have my gun on me all the time. So, it's the concept of people not understanding. I live in the middle of the woods. I am not the apex predator out here in these woods. There's other things out here that if they came up and I was not able to take care of myself, they could kill me. So I'd wait until the no-legged threat finds your woodpile, the copperheads. Oh yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, copperheads. We do have them obviously here. West Virginia just ruled for Trump to stand about. 1 second after that, which is great. Colorado can't do what Colorado's doing, not legally. Not really, okay? It's all part of a game and grandstanding and all that type of stuff. I mean, if you look at the situation, they're they're putting the uh, cart before the horse, if you will. So here would be my question: that when I say what Colorado was done, they really it should be shot down with the Supreme Court, and here's the reason why. Let me ask you a question: has Trump been convicted of leading an insurrection? Has Trump been tried through a jury of his peers or any of that type of stuff for that? No, he has not. So they can't say, well, he led an insurrection, so we're not going to let him be on the ballot in Colorado. You know, it's all part of the game. It's all part of the game. And so we'll see what happens in the long run. And if the Supreme Court doesn't shoot it down, well, then there's a bigger issue at hand, don't you think? Don't you think? So, you know, I think this year has a big chance of a big event happening. Would not shock me at all, Nick. Wouldn't shock me at all. I honestly, my hope is that we get enough time, to really get things squared away down here. We're coming along. We've made tremendous progress down here, which I'm absolutely ecstatic about. Really excited about it, but there's a long way to go yet, and there's a lot more stuff that has to be done. So Dawn says, I think we're running out of time, and I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with that. We are definitely running out of time. We have to just be, like I said, we all we can do, folks. And again, and I know I've said it a million times. The only thing that we can control is what we can control. That's it. We are not going to be able to, whatever the powers that be or those in charge are going to do, they're going to do it. And jumping up and down and screaming about this, that, other thing is going to make absolutely no difference whatsoever. It really isn't. So, but uh, Dawn said, I did get the veterinary gel. It works. Oh, good. I'm glad it worked for you, Dawn. I'm glad it worked for you. I did not recommend it. Hold on a second. One thing, hold on one second, folks. I just realized I'm sitting here going, it's a little chilly in here. And I just realized when I got home, I didn't turn the heat up. So I did it right now. But yeah, it's like I said. I mean, next year will be interesting to see what happens, to see what goes on. But we just can do the best we can. That's all we can do. That's all. The only thing that we have control over is what we do personally to make our situations better. That's it. Uh, you know, and so I think that if we continue to prepare, be ready, when the time comes, we cross whatever bridges we have to cross at that point in time, and and hope for the best. So Hella was trying to tell me to turn up the heat. She's got her coat on, so she's good. She is good. So anybody have questions? Any questions that you want to ask? More than happy to answer. We can do that. There's a new movie. The girl broke into a house and she's in shorts and tank top, and the house is big. An alarm goes off and she finds a stock bunk. Oh yeah, I saw that. Yep, I saw that. Very bizarre movie. Didn't make a whole lot of sense. What's the best place to get solar panels? It really, when it comes to that, Dawn, I can't recommend one company over another. What I would recommend is this. I know a lot of people will go ahead and they will buy used solar panels from solar farms. I would never do that. It's just a personal preference on my part. I won't do that. I want my own solar panels that are brand new, that have never been used before. So I just, you got to look for what the best deal that you can possibly get online. You know, solar prices, the panels have come down way down from what they used to be. So it really depends on what you're looking for and what you want to get. I don't even remember honestly what I paid for the solar panels that I have out here right now, because I bought them like 6 months ahead of time, before, more than that, I think, before I came down. And had, I think maybe it was almost a year ahead of time. And I got them because I wanted to have them. I wanted to have everything set up for when I came down. Stop. No. Now that's enough. Um, but you have to have batteries too, right? I know nothing about. Yes, you're going to need batteries as well, Dawn. Yep. Yep. Ed, are you guys getting a tractor or bobcat to take the stress off your bodies? I would love to do that, Larry. I think that that would be awesome. Right, affordability is the issue with that. Down the road, I would like to think that we could get a tractor here, even a used tractor. It would definitely help. But if we're gonna go and buy a tractor, we're gonna have to get one with all the bells and whistles because we need them. I mean, so we'll have to figure those things out. Harbor Freight, like 100-watt, 4 panels, rackless, less than 200 on sale. But again, you pay what you get for. Okay, you're gonna get, or I should say, you get what you pay for. I'm gonna give you some advice when it comes to solar. All right, from experience. I've got the experience, right? I've been doing solar for 9 years now, living off grid 9 years, so I might know what I'm talking about. All right, pay once, cry once. And what do I mean by that? If you're looking to get a solar system that could actually do something for you, go with a 48-volt system. It's going to be more expensive. The batteries are going to be more expensive. Your inverter charge controller is going to be all in one unit. That's going to be more expensive. If you buy cheap, right, you go buy your Tractor Supply solar panels and you buy your Tractor Supply inverter, and then your charge controller, they're cheap. That's what they are. They're 12-volt systems, and they're cheap. If you go to a 24-volt system, again, it's going to be more expensive than a 12-volt system, but it's not going to be as efficient as a 48-volt system. When I came down here, I put in a 48-volt system. Now, the property in New York is a 24-volt system. All right, it's all part of it. It's all part of it, and you got to look at the big picture, and what's going to be is the best efficient for you, what you need, wants, and needs. If you're looking to just have some cheap stuff and get it so that you can charge up some solar pan, or I mean, charge up, some electronics, or your phone, or maybe run a couple of lights and stuff like that. You know, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get cheap. It's not going to last, and you're going to realize that it's not enough, and you're going to have to upgrade. So you end up spending more money. If you buy one time, and then you're going to be in good shape. And that would be my advice, to everybody. You know, pay once, cry once. So you know, what did yeah, buy cheap, pay twice. Sometimes it's more than that. Sometimes it's more than that. So, like I said, it's about choices. It's about what you want to get, what money you want to spend, and that type of stuff. So again, you have to do what's best for you. But I've learned, from experience. See, here's the thing is, people can get all kinds of gear ahead of time. Oh, I'm getting this for SHTF. I'm getting that for SHTF. I'm doing all this. But if you're not using it and putting into practical practice to figure out what works, what doesn't work, it don't help you in the long run. It does not help you in the long run, because what ends up happening is You're throwing good and bad. And if you wait until SHTF to try to figure out if something works or doesn't, and it screws up, you don't have any other options at that point. So to me, it is just it's cost effective. And I love when people I've gotten on here and I've talked about that it pays for itself, and it does over time. Over time, it's going to pay for itself absolutely because you're not getting the bills. And I've had people go, "Oh, well, my electric bill's only this or it's only that." But I will tell you this: you can say whatever you want to say. Your electric bill is going to do nothing but go higher. That's it. It's going to do nothing but go higher. So in the long run, you got to do what you got to do. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And like I said, and for me, I want to be as free as I possibly can be, right? These lights that you see going on, that's all part of the PN1 Power Company. All right. So, and I like that. I like that freedom. So, the background noise you're hearing is probably my furnace going because I turned the heat on. So that's what you're probably hearing from over here. So what are we at? 336 in the chat. We're at 170 on the thumbs up. So if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I'm going to ask you to please do so to show support for the channel. And I thank you ahead of time, and I do appreciate that. Also, again, it really does make a huge difference with the algorithm. So the more interaction, again, the better for the channel. So I appreciate that. Also, again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, also please make sure you subscribe, hit that bell icon. Also, please like, comment, and share. So, sounds like my mic breaking up. I don't think so. I'm not. Well, if you're having problems, jump off and then jump back in, and see if that makes a difference. Because as far as I know, the mic is good. People are hearing static. I would sign out and sign back in and see if that makes a difference. Well, that's what I'm saying, James. If a lot of you are hearing it, then that's what I would just say. Sharon said it's the heat. Well, yeah, if you're hearing a noise, I have the furnace on. So I don't know what to tell you guys. Only when I talk? Okay, well, yeah, I have no idea. It's a microphone noise. All right. Like I said, that I can't control on my end at all. That could be YouTube, the connection. I don't know. So I apologize if there's issues. It's bearable, but it's there. Okay. Well, I'm sorry about that. Hearing it before I turn the heat on. Okay. Probably YouTube messing. Yeah, you never know. They do like to play games. That is for sure. That is for sure. So, yeah, the mic's fully plugged in. Nope, she didn't. No, it's over on this side. She came up on this side. So, yeah, she had nothing to do with it. But a YouTube ghost. There you go, Tony. Could be. You never know, right? Yeah, I'll just give these a push in. So. Um, It's the heat reacting to the coldness in the camper. That's why it's staticky. Who knows? Maybe. YouTube has been messing with a lot of channels lately. Yeah, it happens, unfortunately. I did not have to use a generator. No, today I did not have to use a generator. The sun was out today. Yesterday I did run the generator for like 2 hours, and so I did do that yesterday. And after 2 hours, it was back to 99%. So that's where we were at. But hey, there's Philip. Welcome, Philip. What do you think about the China air balloon again? Yeah, it's that whole situation. I honestly, my opinion, we will be at war with China at some point. I think that's just a matter of time. And I think the reason that is because you're going to have the two toughest kids on the block. China, if you guys, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but I mean, they have been ramping up, especially their Navy. They've been rocking ships out, guys, really rocking ships out while we're spinning our wheels, playing games, reducing the size of our Navy, actually. And so, yeah, and they want Taiwan, and at some point they're going to take it. And when they do, that's going to jump things off. And you look at what they're playing in games with the Philippines right now too. So they're looking to do expansionism. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. And so, you know, it's basically we're the ones stopping them from doing that with the Philippines and also with Taiwan. So like I said, there's a lot of games being played. It comes down to what who's going to jump first, and I think at some point they will have done their analytics and they've decided that yep, we can win, and that's when they're going to do it. Because then when they don't care, and then we'll play that scenario out and we'll see what ends up happening. All right, guys, let's go ahead and do egg count. So again, let's keep those thumbs up coming. So if you have not shot one yet, please do so. So how many eggs today, and yes or no for the white hen? So I'll give you guys a moment. And we will go from there. And I will take a drink. All right. If you had the same exact guess, and I hope I say this last name right, Larry Trotsky. I hope I said that right. It probably didn't, and I apologize if it's wrong. But if you had the same guess as Larry with three eggs and the yes for the white hen today, then you are 100% correct. They've been pretty consistent, especially this time of year. So I've really been happy about it. So congratulations to Larry. You've won absolutely nothing, but you are happy about it. So there you go. So, but he was the first one with the correct answer. Is that your first one ever? Well, there you go, Larry. Congratulations. But anyway, we just a lot of crazy stuff obviously happening around the world. A lot of games being played. A lot of grandstanding. A lot of here's what I thought was actually hilarious, to be honest with you. So you got Yemen with the Houthi rebels in Yemen shooting the rockets and threatening the United States. Oh, if you come after us, we'll all be coming after you. I'm like, you're a little bitty country, Oh, should we be afraid? I get so um I get so tired of and what are we doing, right? Okay, so here's my question, and we're gonna put our troops in harm's way in the Middle East, in the Red Sea. We got a bunch of Navy. We got a bunch of Navy over, in the South Sea and all that type of stuff as well. Why are we letting them have rockets shot at them? Why are we not doing something about it? If you're going to put our people in harm's way, then do something. Don't just have them out there as targets. I don't get. I really don't get that. And Who is going to dispute realistically in the world? Who is going to dispute if our ships are being attacked and other ships are being attacked, that we did something about it? Who's going to say, oh, well, you can't do that. It's horrible. How dare you do that? They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. So, you know, right, Tony, good question. Why are we over there? Don't we have enough to do here in the States? Yeah, Tony, I agree 100%. I'd pull them all back and let them all beat the crap out of each other, and they could do whatever they wanted. That would be what I would do. We have enough problems here at home, and we definitely need to be doing something about it. But because Sleepy Joe is waiting to do something big to say, "See, look what I did," more than Trump. Yeah, why is it always Trump? It's either Trump's fault or I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Oh yeah, yeah, I remember Benghazi and all that type of stuff too. And again, if we're going to put our people in harm's way, right? If we're going to put our people in harm's way, then do something about it. Don't play these games, Don't allow these people to get away with what they're doing. I was in the Navy in 69 and 70 and we didn't mess around back then. Exactly. Exactly. And I'm like so tired. Well, you look at even the Vietnam War, okay? We weren't allowed to fight that war. The politicians fought that war. We were so worried about the hearts and minds and all that other crap that we lost that war. We should have gone in there. Like I said, I'm sorry, some of you may agree with me, some of you may not. But if we've decided that these are the enemy, right? I make a line. Here's the line, all right? If you're a civilian or a child or an old person and you don't want to get caught up in the crap, get out of Dodge. Here's your warning. That's it. You get one warning. And we're starting here, and we're going to start, and we're cleaning house and taking care of everybody in the way. That's it. End of story. Take it over, and then don't let it have ever go back. Then it becomes ours. That's how you win, right? That's how you win. You don't leave a bunch of people there to do guerrilla tactics against you, to do sneak attacks and all that type of stuff. You don't. It's proven through history. Guerrilla warfare actually absolutely works. Well, if there's nobody there to do guerrilla warfare, they can't do it on you. Or you make it so horrific to attack American soldiers that they just stop. And how do we do that? Okay, it's simple. Really, it's simple. You say for every American soldier killed, we'll kill 10,000 of you, period. And you do it. You do that a couple times, I can guarantee you the casualties would stop. They would stop. They would stop fighting and killing Americans because if we were doing 10,000 to 1, folks, they know what the odds would be. They would lose in the long run. And if you don't agree with that, that's fine. You can think whatever you want to think. But I would not be fighting. But you got to understand. So the wars are not about good or bad or stuff like that. The wars are about profit. They want these wars to drag on and on and on and on and on because they make more and more money. Why were we in Afghanistan for 20 years? Why were we in Afghanistan for 20 years? And what happened, right? We withdrew. The people that we were fighting took it back over and put it right back the way they had it before. If we're going to go in someplace, take it over and say, this is ours. And if you attack our people, this is the result. End of story. End of story. So, yeah, when we hit Japan with the atomic and uranium weapons, they stopped. And they sure did. And how did we do it, folks? Nagasaki, right? How many people did we kill? We killed a ton of people, men, women, and children. They made it so horrific to continue fighting that they quit. That's how you fight a war, period. End of story. And we have that, and we could do that, and that would be it. So, Yeah, like Julian Assange said, it's not about short wars, but drag them on so they can launder money. Yeah, well, and that's what happens a lot. Yeah, Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Yep, we did it twice. We did it twice because we showed them the first time was not a fluke, that it was not a one-time thing, and they surrendered conditionally, if I remember correctly. Right? Do you guys remember that? I do. I mean, I wasn't there. I wasn't alive then, but that's what happened. And in the reality, instead of trying to do a full invasion of Japan, which would have cost both sides dearly, dearly, by doing what we did, we, that was it. End of story. So, it's just, I get so tired of, you know, the rich get richer. We, Joe Average Citizen, our kids are the ones that sacrifice. So, yeah, they definitely woke a sleeping giant. They absolutely did. And so what are you gonna do? Morning Light said, "Hey, the Pringles can is gone. I ate it. That's why it's gone." 110,000 were killed. Tony says, "Okay, yeah, that's a lot of people." And it was, you know what? It was a lot of children. It was a lot of women. It was a lot of old people. Was some of it soldiers? Sure, okay, but we targeted a city twice. And did we kill innocent people? You bet your butt we did. But they were the enemy. So there you go. You stop playing games. That's all. Question: I'm not American. Do you think there will be a draft? That really is going to depend. Full of hope. We've had the draft in the past. Obviously, they stopped doing the draft because we were getting enough soldiers with the volunteer army. I know their numbers are down now, so I have a blood illness from a new test on ships. My mother's uncle had a gene problem. The government did test and control it like 100% death rate cancer. My uncle lived. Wow. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that information. Yeah, our children are weak. Oh yeah, our children are weak today. Too weak. They're not prepared. But I'll tell you what, something happens in this country, they're going to grow up fast. They're going to find out, and some will make it and some won't. But the tough ones will. The ones that are ready, they'll definitely stop eating the backdrops. That's too funny. Yeah. Well, that's what they're there for. They're there. I've been working on the pita sea salt crackers. Those are pretty good. Those are pretty good. So, but you got to have hummus. I know some of you probably are like, "Oh, gross," but I actually like hummus. So, but anyway, someone needs to send me some bonbons. I would eat them. Yes, I would. I would eat them. Did you see the next movie is Civil War? I saw that is coming up next year. Yeah, I did see that. Like I said, there's not going to be a civil war like when the North fought the South. It's not. There's that civil war. It would never be like that. It would never be this state is seceding and doing that. You have, it would if there's going to be a situation like that, it would absolutely be left and right. And you have both in every state. You have your conservative folks and you have your extremely liberal folks. So, no, it would be very, very bad. It would be really, really bad. The liberals would get their butts handed to them in the long run. There's no doubt in my mind about that. They don't have the stomach for it. They just don't, you know. So, and there would be no safe spaces for them to go and have a nice cry. But yeah, it would be like Ireland. Yeah, it would be terrible. And that's the Catholics and the Protestants. So we can live on hummus. Yeah, I like hummus. So yeah, it would be like guerrilla warfare on steroids. Yeah, that's exactly what it would be. You would have the people that say that we're in control, and the other people going, yeah, not so much. So it would not be a good situation. It would just not be a good situation at all. It's not the same without the Cheez-Its. Okay. Oh, come on now, John. It's not that bad. Hummus is good for you. I like it. I mean, I know it looks like garbage, but it's actually pretty good. So John goes, yeah, it is that bad. Now, come on. Don't hate John. Participate. So I think the taste would be different. Yeah, yeah. Hummus is just chickpeas. Yeah, yeah. I like I said, you got to have it with the sea salt crackers. Okay, got to get the pita sea salt crackers. You dip it in there, and you got to have the red roasted uh, peppers with it because that gives it a little kick. That's pretty good. So, but I wonder if he'd eat it if he was starving. Oh, a lot of people would eat a lot of stuff when they were starving. We had a joke going on forever. Um, when I was in New York and Steve was still living in Maryland, I had a can of lima beans that said Steve's lima beans. And the joke was Steve hates lima beans. So I told him, I said, when SHTF comes and you come to me, the first thing I'm going to give you to eat is it this can of lima beans. And if you don't eat them, I'm not giving you nothing else. So that was always the joke, you know. So, but yeah, so I eat a lot of Iranian food and it consists of hummus. Oh, okay. No, like I said, I don't mind it. So, oh, like Jason won't touch spam. Spam is not my favorite. No, if I see, here's the thing. I stockpile what I like to eat. Now, do I have spam here? I do. Okay, not my favorite. If I had to eat spam to survive, would I eat it? You better believe it, and it would be wonderful to have. But again, if you are prepping, you got to prep what you like to eat. Like when people give me a hard time about, well, I'll show you an example. People give me a hard time about raviolis. Oh my God, there's so much sodium and all this and that. And, I like raviolis. All right. So, SHTF happens. I have ravioli stocked up because I like them. Spaghetti and meatballs, the again, like that. I like them too. So I get those, you know, and, so that's I'm gonna stockpile what I like to eat. Like I like chicken noodle soup. I like tuna fish. So I stockpile that up and I make sure that I have plenty of it because I like it. And I would highly recommend that you stockpile stuff that you like to eat. It just makes sense to me. So yeah, I'm not a big beefaroni. No, I don't. And I can honestly tell you I have no beefaroni stocked away. But oh well, look at we're way out of past time here. Okay, we got and I have a free day tomorrow, folks. I'm going to look for the book and hopefully I find it. I have an idea where it is. I just have been so busy. I have not had a chance to do anything, but I do have tomorrow off. So I'm free all day and I can go ahead and do what I need to do. So I will look for it. So yeah, but we're going to start out with a new one. We're going to do betting on Alaska. That young man, I think he needs the support. I like him. I had no idea he was Bush Radical and Girl in the Woods, which is another two people that I would highly recommend. I didn't realize he was their son. Love his voice. Okay, he's got the best freaking voice for doing what he does. Very very cool. But he's a nice young man. His parents are very squared away, obviously, and so definitely let's show him some support. We got Pinball Preparedness. We have Heavenly Hills Homestead, and really, really good channel there, Growing Giant Vegetables. There's Survival Lily over in Europe, giving us all the information over there. Uh, we have Icky Can up in Canada, real good guy there. Also, you have Sean James with the Sean James channel, Myself Reliance, two different channels as well. Really good guy, a great builder. We got Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch project. There is Mary Greeley News. You have Green Greg's. There is Marfugal News with Adam and Dax out on the West Coast. You have Patera with the Appalachian Homestead. There is Gray Man Prepping. You have Corporal's Corner, Bjorn Hansen, Alaska Granny, Alaska Prepper with Rudy, real good guy up there. Doug and Stacy's another great channel. They've been around a long time. There's Prep Rebel, Simple Life Reclaimed. You have Lumina Acres. There is Suspicious Observer with all the information about the sun and everything like that. Deep South Homestead. There's Mary Greeley News giving you all the latest of what's going on with Yellowstone and all the earthquakes and everything like that. Ryan Hall, y'all, with the weather. Ryan Hall's a great guy. Definitely show him some support as well. You have, oh my goodness, I'm trying to think here. Brain is not working at the moment. Oh, what is Little House Off Gritty is another one, another good channel. You have the nomadic movement down in Panama. There's East Tennessee Preparedness. I think I already did pinball already. Uh, there is Malachi's Corner. There's another channel. Bizariza Jizza doing the Carrington Chronicles. And you have 80K Man up in the Adirondacks is another one. So a lot of good channels out there, a lot of good information. I definitely believe we should be supporting each other. I think it's important that we do so. The Green Dream Project in Arizona, yes, they're a really good channel as well, showing you what it's like to survive in the desert and what you have to do. So a lot of good channels, a lot of good information. Again, I do believe Southern Prepper 1. You have Deep South Homestead. There's the two other ones that I'm thinking of right off the top of my head here. The Needy Homesteader is another good channel. Yep. So a lot of good information. We should be supporting each other. We're a small niche community, and I think it's important that we do so. So anyway, I did say Angry Prepper down in New York City. I do believe. Love Jason. Jason's a great guy. And I think that's it. We're going to cut it off right there. I'm going to really try to find that book tomorrow, I promise you. So, like I said, I've just been extremely busy. And, so I'm just trying to do the best that I can. But I will definitely look for it. So, what do you think, baby girl? She's like, I want your undivided attention soon. Okay? Soon. So, anyway, guys, I want to continue, obviously, to encourage you to prep. Uh, you know, I don't want you to be victims when the time comes. So the more prepared we are, the better off we're going to be to put you in a position to win. It's a game. You got to remember it's a game. And, it's not he who with the most toys wins. It's he with, practical knowledge, practice. Oh, Kyle's Cabin. I didn't say Kyle's Cabin with Kyle and Sierra. Thank you, Janet. Nice young couple, too, up in Minnesota. But, you know, the more prepared we are increases our chances of surviving that much better. And I think it's really important and imperative that we do that. And so the more prepared we are, the better off we're going to be. And so just, do the best you can. And you will be thankful that you did when the time comes. And hopefully you will speak fondly of me when that time comes and say, I'm glad the Prepper Nurse One pushed me all those times and said, do. So, did anyone hear Ed repeat it's a game 3 times? I did not say it 3 times. I said it 1 time, so that's weird. So, but like I said, put yourself in a position to win. Do the best you can. Prepare for when the time comes. When the time comes, we go from there. That's it. And that's all we can do. So, 2 times for me, Dawn said. That's weird. Yeah, there's a lot of games that are played with YouTube, unfortunately. So, anyway, guys, what do you think, Hello Girl? I'm petting her too while I'm talking to you. Uh, we are Legion because we are many. We are all over the world. We're all over the country. Where is everybody from tonight? Let's do that. We got Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Uh, Peterstown, West Virginia with Troy. Omaha, Nebraska with Larry. Connecticut with Awesome Sauce. Nowhere, Oklahoma with Okie Forge. Melbourne, Australia with Philip in the house. Good day, Philip. Dayton, Ohio with Rhonda. We have Inverness, Florida with Clyde. The UP of Michigan with Dawn. BC, Canada with Janet. Jamie in Ohio. North Central Iowa with Ace. Waterloo, New York with Sharon. Southwest Ohio with Barbara. Critter Lover down in Virginia. East Central Illinois with Ranger. Troutman, North Carolina with Troy. Still in Missouri, Missouri. Soapy Gale. Dallas, Texas is in the house. Orlando, Florida with Tina. Emil up in BC, Canada. Prepper in Virginia. Morning Light in West Virginia. Just east of Annapolis with Susan. Greenlee County, Arizona with Codster. Gillett, Pennsylvania with Gator Red. West Central Ohio with Dale. Bryan, Ohio with Randy. Western New York with Karen. Northern Virginia with Robert. Hendersonville, North Carolina with Karen. Freaking cold Georgia with Nostradamus. Cold? What are you talking about? You're in Georgia. We have Chad in Canton, Ohio, and Merry Christmas to you too, Chad. California's in the house with Vicky. So we got Lone Grove, Oklahoma with Julie. So again, guys, we're all over the country. We're all over the world. We're a huge, huge network of people. Goodyear, Arizona with Queen BG. Central Iowa with Robert. What? I'm busy. You're being extra needy tonight. So, anyway, but again, we're a huge network of people. We're the ones that can make such a difference. We can make a difference now. She's very demanding. Excuse me, ma'am. You're being very. Oh, okay. That was my mouth. You're being very rude. Nope, not having it. Oh, anyway. Yes, I will be on Sunday, Rhonda, doing a live stream for Christmas Eve. I definitely will be here. So, but I hope everybody stays safe. I hope you get to travel and see the people that you care about. We got Casey from South Bellet, Illinois. Very nice. She's very needy. She wants her own way. But again, I hope you guys all have a wonderful Christmas. Again, I will be live streaming Sunday night. So, and for my hardcore members on Monday, which is Christmas, I will be doing a live stream Christmas at the normal time, which is 8 o'clock. So I look forward to seeing all you guys then for the private live stream. Hopefully, you'll have be all done with Christmas and eggnog and presents and all that good stuff by that point in time. And looking forward to having a little chat. So, but anyway, I want to thank my moderators, guys, who do an absolutely fantastic job keeping the chat clean. Ladies and gentlemen that moderate for me, thank you so much. You're very much appreciated. So I thank you for what you do. Also, I want to thank all you guys for being here, supporting the channel. It does mean a lot to me, and it's a lot of fun. I do enjoy these chats. Non-alcoholic eggnog for me, she said. Well, that's all right. Nothing wrong with that. So, anyway, guys, yeah, I just, we got to remember we really truly are all in this together. We really are. We're one race called the human race. If we could ever figure that one out, we're going to be in much, much better shape. We have to stop letting them divide us. They use race, religion, uh, you know, political affiliation. All that means nothing. It really does. It doesn't mean a thing. It not at the end of the day. If we can come together as human beings, we can accomplish anything that we want to. Okay, and that's what we got to try to do. Also, remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really, really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, if you set realistic goals and then set about to making them happen, you can do it. And the only person that's going to stop you from achieving those goals is you. That's it. Nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. I hope you all have a great night, and I will talk to you all later. Prepper Nurse One out for now, and Merry Christmas once again to everybody, and I will see you all later. Bye.